So you've gone and built a fantastic website. But here's the thing. Does Google even know it exists? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the hidden rules that make the difference between being found and being completely forgotten. This is your crash course in technical SEO. Ah, yes, the question that keeps so many of us up at night. You've poured your heart and soul into amazing content, a beautiful design, but when you search for it, crickets. You're basically a ghost in the vast machine of the internet. So what's the deal? What's the missing piece of the puzzle?
Well, a lot of the time, the problem isn't your content at all. It's the hidden stuff, the foundation of your website. I want you to think of your site as a brand new city. It might have the coolest skyscrapers and the best restaurants, but if there are no roads leading to it, no maps, and it's a total nightmare to get around, well, nobody's ever going to visit. Technical SEO, that's the expert city planning that turns your site into a 5-star must-see destination for Google.
Okay, so how does Google's little digital tourist, this automated program we call a web crawler, even find out your city exists in the first place? Because let's be real, it can't visit what it doesn't even know is on the map.
This first step is called crawling, and you can really just think of it as Google sending out these little robotic explorers to scour the entire internet looking for new places. Before your city can get any visitors, it has to be officially put on Google's map. That means Google has to find and write down every single unique address, every URL that's part of your website. The whole process really boils down to these 3 key stages. First, Google has to crawl your site to discover your city. Next, it indexes it, which is like analyzing everything you have to offer and adding it to its gigantic travel guidebook. And finally, when someone actually searches for something, Google serves up the best recommendations from that guidebook. If you want traffic, you got to nail all 3.
All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty of the city planning. The very first thing you need to do is make it ridiculously easy for Google's crawlers to find their way around. And how do you do that? You give them an official, easy-to-read map. This map has a technical name. It's called a sitemap. It's basically a file that you create where you list out every single important page on your website. And this isn't just a friendly suggestion for Google. This is you, the city planner, handing over a detailed blueprint to make absolutely sure that none of your best attractions get missed.
Now, you actually have a few choices for how you make this map. I mean, you could use a super simple text file if you wanted. But really, the gold standard, the one you're gonna want to use, is an XML sitemap. It's just way more powerful because it lets you add extra important info, like details about your videos and your images. For pretty much any modern website, XML is the way to go. But to make sure Google can actually read and use your map, there are a few rules you gotta follow. Think of it like a cartographer's code. You have to keep the file size reasonable, and you have to place it right at the main entrance of your site, the root directory, so it has authority over everything. And this is a big one. Always use the full, complete URL for every single page, no shortcuts. That way there's absolutely no confusion for the crawlers.
Okay, so a map is a great start, but a map is pretty useless if you don't have a good road system, right? And that's where your site's architecture comes in, how all your pages are linked together.
And when you're building your site's roads, there are really only 2 ways you can go. You can have a flat architecture, which is like a perfectly planned city grid. It makes getting from your homepage to any other destination super easy and intuitive. The opposite is a deep architecture, which is more like a confusing maze of winding back alleys where your best stuff can get totally lost. Here is the magic number, the one number you need to remember from all this: 3. Your goal is for anyone, whether it's a real person or a Google crawler, to be able to get to any page on your entire website from your homepage in 3 clicks or less. That sends a huge signal to Google that all of your content is important and easy to get to.
And this is absolutely crucial. This isn't just about making some algorithm happy. A logical, clear road system is everything for a good human experience. I mean, think about it. When people can find what they want quickly, they stick around longer, they explore more, and they are way more likely to actually buy something or become a customer.
So, let's say your visitor has found your city. They've used the map, they're navigating the roads, but what's the experience actually like when they get there? Is it a 5-star destination they're going to tell all their friends about? Or is it a frustrating tourist trap? This is all about what we call page experience.
And Google actually has a way to measure this feeling. They use a set of specific metrics called Core Web Vitals. It's all about the quality of your city's public spaces. You know, are they fast? Are they responsive? Are they stable and predictable when you're trying to walk around? It all comes down to these 3 pillars. Largest Contentful Paint, or LCP, is all about raw speed.
How fast does the main thing on the page, like the big image or the first paragraph of text, show up? First input delay, or FID, is about responsiveness. When you click a button, does something happen instantly? And cumulative layout shift, or CLS, is about stability. You know that feeling when you try to click on something, but right at the last second, an ad loads and pushes the button down the page and you click the wrong thing? Yeah, CLS measures exactly how annoying that is.
All right, let's put this all together. Here is your official City Planner's checklist to make sure your website is a top-tier destination that's ready to welcome a whole flood of new visitors.
These are the big ones, the absolute non-negotiables. First, just make sure you're on the map so Google can even discover you. Second, hand them the official blueprint with a proper XML sitemap. Third, build a clear, logical road system using that 3-click rule. And finally, you got to perfect that visitor experience so that both people and Google want to keep coming back for more.
And that's really the question every website owner needs to ask themselves. Is your site's foundation, its core infrastructure, built to welcome visitors with open arms, or is it accidentally turning them away at the gate? Technical SEO, it's not some dark art or mysterious code. It's just the essential city planning that ensures your great ideas can finally get discovered. Thanks for joining this explainer.